What's up, guys? It's your girl, and I'm back once again. I'm gonna start this new little segment here on my channel, in the form of a podcast. I'm also putting this on my website, so if you're watching this from my website, click over on my YouTube channel. You can like, share, and subscribe. And I'm gonna start this first podcast off with homeschooling. Now, when I say homeschooling, I mean it can be the private school where you pay tuition and you're doing it from home, or it can be your public school and it's tuition free. You can be an independent learner or off the grid, as a lot of people like to call it. But basically, I'm just going to talk about my point of view. I chose this to be one of my first podcasts because I think that a lot of people don't actually realize the benefits that comes from homeschooling their children. One of my personal reasons is that with all of the violence and things that are going on in school today, I just felt like it was a safer way for my kids. And I hate to say it this way, but you have some kids that kind of grow up around the neighborhood and they may know the neighborhood kids or, different things like that, or some kids are just outgoing. Not to say my kids are not outgoing, it's just around where I stay at, it's a little, the schools are not as they should be. And I think this is mainly because they have children coming in from different ends of the city and the county, and they're combining a lot of kids into one school, and it's really nothing that you can do about it. And with that become well, it becomes some problems because if you have kids that really don't listen to their parents, what's going to happen when you ship them off so far on the other side of the city to go to school or different things like that? And I just heard so many negative things till after my son got out of elementary school, I just decided to put him in a virtual school. In a virtual school that my son is attending is actually linked to our county where we stay at. But he's in the eighth grade now. So right after elementary school, when he graduated to sixth grade, I immediately put him in virtual school just because I felt like that was the right way to go, and I wasn't going to have my son going to a school where I had to worry about kids with knives and, jumping on other kids and different things like that. Now, I don't know what your reason might be, but that was one of my reasons. I stay maybe a block away from where he would have been going, and it's literally an ambulance or the fire department or police cars up at that school every single day. So I knew right then that was a no-no. Now, I also have a daughter and she's 5. My son is 13 and she's in kindergarten now. And I almost started to panic because I didn't know what I was going to do with her going to school. And I came across this website called K12.com. And I went on there and I started looking over things because I knew that I didn't want her in your traditional brick and mortar school. And only because when my son was going to the elementary school, it was the problem of the school letting the kids go with people that wasn't even their parents. They would let it go, let the child go, and the parent ended up coming up to the school and crying, and the police is everywhere just because the school has let the child go with somebody that they didn't even know who it was. Now, I don't know what gives people the reason to, take kids away if it's somebody that they don't like or have got into it with or even custody issues. But I just didn't feel like I wanted to go through that, and I just couldn't see myself in that type of situation. So, with saying that, my son now he's in public school, tuition free, but he's at home. He's in the eighth grade, and my 5 year old she's in kindergarten, and she's also in public tuition free schooling um, from home. Now, just to get something else out of the way, I've had a lot of people tell me that your kids should go to school to interact with other kids, mm, and get that whole social aspect, and I don't think that that's true. Um, there's different events that your child can go through, that your child can go to, different little group sessions, and also, I mean, my son, he's an online gamer, and he's on YouTube live streaming when he has done everything else that he needs to do. And he started knowing a lot of kids around his age with doing that. Now, my daughter, she's a little reserved at times, but she has a cousin that she can go around, or I've also set her up with, different groups of homeschooling and getting to know other kids. And that's just not my biggest thing now, because I see it like the world is going in a different direction than it was when I was younger. I would say at least 17 years ago, you didn't have to be scared to send your child to school. You could let your child run around and play outside and different things like that. And it's just not like that anymore. And with everything being so with everything being so driven by technology now, I see it like it's only the amount of time till everything you do is going to be from home and from a mobile device, or electronics. So I'm going to get into a couple of things that it takes if you're going through K12.com to kind of get your child started. Now, if K12 is not in your area, it may be another route that you can take. I know you can do independent learning, and that's basically where you can go to the board, or you can sign up with the homeschooling, I would say, like an association or something in your area, to make sure you keep track of your child's attendance. Now, with that, I believe from between third grade and ninth grade, or third grade and 12th grade, there are certain state tests that your child have to take. So that's just one thing to think about if you go through the independent off the grid learning, so to speak, and you also have to get your children's books and different things like that. So that's one thing to think about if you have to go off the grid where K-12 is not in your area. Now, if K-12 is in your area, there's only a couple of things that I actually had to do to get my children started, and I'm currently trying to get my son in K-12 just like my daughter, only for the reason being that I love their format. You have class connect sessions. They send you all your books and different things like that for each class that you need. So you don't have to worry about your books. They'll even send you a laptop and a printer. If that's something that's needed on, all you need basically if is the internet, if you are eligible to get that laptop, but you may not need one. But some of the things that are needed to get your child, into the K-12 and get started, you need proof of age, and most likely that'll be like a birth certificate, that family income form. You have to go through parent training. There's different things like the attendance and the shot record, and you have some surveys that you have to fill out. If your child has been in school, you'll need the report card. You may have to sign a release of records if you are in a place where, they just don't give your child's record up. that easily, you may have to sign that. You have to sign the proof of residency, that's just basically saying where you stay at. And you have to sign something saying that you acknowledge, everything that's going on, basically the expectations. And you need your child's social security card. It's basically like regular school. You have to go through, short little orientations that's not that long at all. And I just feel like it's a lot of parents that need to know about options such as these. I know most parents can't wait to get their kids out of the house, or can't wait to get started on doing something else that they want to do. But if you have a child that's of age that can stay at home, and they can stay at home, this may be something that you want to do. If you have a problem with bullying, or you're just, you don't want your child to go into a certain school or something like that, that's something to think about. It's just so many various reasons. You may have a child that's a dancer, or they may be into gymnastics, or anything. It can be you're on the road, and you need, your child to be a little bit more flexible with you. You can do K-12. It's only certain class connect sessions, and that's basically where your child gets to see a teacher. And it also helps with if they have any problems, or something like that, or any questions or anything like that. But I don't want to go too far off topic, but it's just amazing to me how people have kids and they're skipping school and not going to school, but more people don't know about homeschooling, or don't know about K-12, or don't know how to do off the grid learning. If you have a child that that they're skipping school, 9 times out of 10, they're skipping school for a reason. And you may see it like they may be skipping school just to be with friends. They may be skipping school because it's something that they fear. They might feel like they're slacking. They might feel like they're left behind, and homeschooling may be the thing for them. Now, when I say homeschooling, if you don't want to leave them home alone, if you have another person or somewhere else that they can go sit and do their homeschooling at until you get back off from work or something like that, that may be ideal. Traditional school is not the only way to go. And I just feel like I need to open up some eyes to that, because a lot of people don't know that. So just think about that. If your child is getting bullied, or you feel like it's something holding them back, or they may be getting distracted in class, think about homeschooling. There's people out there to actually help you go through with what you're going through, and they're very flexible um, at helping out. So just keep that in mind. If you want to hear about anything else, just put it in the comments below, or you can email me. But until next time, guys, I will see you later with another podcast. I'm going to keep rolling out these videos as much as I possibly can, because I'm kind of getting used to YouTube now. And the way I want to talk, you guys will be hearing a lot of me. But until next time, guys, I will see you later.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me.